Soundings presents an unabridged recording of The Woman with the Map, written by Jan Casey and read by Penelope Freeman. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by Soundings. Chapter 1. Wednesday, the 20th of February, 1974. The envelope Joyce picked up from the mat was stamped urgent in large, red, angry letters. She stared at it, turned it over in her palm, then threw it on top of the pile of letters on the table by the front door, each of them marked in the same way. It was cold and damp, and all she wanted to do was close the door, light the gas fire, put on the kettle, fire up the geyser, and spend the evening curled up in her usual position on the settee. Ignoring the 8, or did this letter make it 9, official notices, she shot the bolt across the door, nudged the sausage dog draft excluder along the gap at the bottom of the wood, and pulled the orange flower-scattered curtain tight across the lot. Her eye caught the accumulated stack of correspondence, but she rubbed her hands together to warm them, changed her court heels for a pair of cosy slippers, and made her evening round of the flat. There was no hurry to open any of the letters, as she was well aware of the information they contained, and as far as she was concerned, none of it was urgent. Striking a match, she turned on the gas and held the light against the ring on the stove, until with a click and a whoosh the gas bit the flame and exploded into a blue aurora of glowing heat. She turned to the sink, held the kettle under the running water, and peered out at the yard. Despite the inclement weather, snowdrops returned her gaze. Purple and white crocuses poked their heads above the dirt in clay pots, and remembering her reluctance to kneel on the dank grey paving slabs and plunge her hands into the potting soil last autumn, she was glad now that she had, and the modest display of early spring made her smile. 2 spoonfuls of tea in the pot, a cup and saucer, 2 digestives nestled on the side. While the tea was drawing, Joyce knelt in front of the fire in the sitting room, turned the dial, and pushed on the pilot button to the count of 11. When she heard the comforting muffled hiss that meant the heat was coming through, she put one hand on the coffee table, the other on her thigh, and levered herself up. She stood for a minute and watched. Through the gauze of the net curtains, the steady stream of shoe-clad feet walking past her basement flat. If she had been unaware...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?